is #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it, and I never feel sorry, yeah, top of the world.
So today's video is going to be a little different than most videos on my channel. Recently, I got the opportunity to make a little ad for a company called Go-Dot. And I wouldn't say they're technically sponsoring this video because I'm making the ad for them as something separate. I asked them if I could make it behind the scenes. But I did want to capture a little bit of how I was able to execute this video, which is exactly what I got for you this week. So to be completely honest with you, I've never done a product video before. And I definitely underestimated just how difficult it would be. But yeah, I'll let past me do this off. So our box from Go-Dot just came in. I picked out a few bags that we're possibly going to use for the ad, but honestly, I don't know what's gonna end up being in here, so we have the coral colored tote bag. We have the more classic, streamlined sort of look with the black tote bag. Like a little, it's not a it's fanny pack-esque, but it's not a fanny pack. It's kind of like, what would you call this? It's like a purse. Like
cosmetic bag.
Yeah, it's like a cosmetic bag.
Yeah. This is the backpack. This is really cool. This is the coral tote bag. Very spacious, and I was curious when I saw the box because it was very light and it seemed kind of compact, but a lot of bags fit in here, which is good because if you're packing, you know, you can really push it down. This is the black one, classic. This is that cosmetic bag. And then the final piece, the backpack. I think this is really cool. I like the color, like the mint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's get to work. We have everything set up, ready to go to film this ad. But I'll be honest, it took a little bit to get here. So believe it or not, this is actually where we're gonna be filming today. Earlier videos on my channel, I would film in here. This is my garage, and it was like my little makeshift studio setup. But since then, it's kind of just become a holding place for various equipment. I have my green screen right here that I'm gonna have to set up as well. So before I can set this up, I really need to clean this up. Okay, great. Before we go through and film everything, I want to make sure that the vision I have in mind is going to work with this whole setup because there's wrinkles all over it. So, I mean, I'm just going to get a test shot right now, put it in my computer real quick, so that way I know we're good to go and we can start, because if not, I'll have to find... Exactly. Okay, so I played around with it a little bit. This is the final result. I personally like it. I think it looks good. I wasn't going for a black background because I think it's a little too moody for what we're trying to achieve here. But, you know, I can always change my mind later. Okay, action, action, okay, action. A little more to the right.
It's like swinging in the air.
Go, it's too far over.
Here?
Here.
Uh-huh.
Try to guide it down a little bit. Action. My hand looks awkward.
I know.
But that was perfect placement. Try again. Okay, one more time, maybe less of a slant. Now let's do that one more time.
Nothing's good enough. This is my shoulder with the injury.
Action. Bring it up all the way as much as you can. All right, and drop it. So Samantha's not that great at being a hand model, so we're gonna try a few different angles.
I'm scared.
Luckily, my friend Ray, who's super talented photographer, I'll put his links in the description, you should follow him. He came through and he brought this photo backdrop wall, and it ended up working perfectly. The reason it wasn't working perfectly before was because the material we were using for the backdrop was not meant for photography. It was too reflective and just looked cheap. So it's a new day. I woke up feeling like we needed to do something about the shininess and the reflectiveness of the material because it was making it so difficult to film. So my mom, since I don't have a studio and an assistant and I'm not a professional filmmaker yet, I guess, my mom is my assistant. So she went and got this matte finish. Hopefully it'll take the shine away. It says it eliminates glossy sheen. Let's hope this does a trick. Okay, I think it should be good. So here's how we're gonna break it down. We have our storyboard of 8 shots here. We're just gonna go shot by shot. I'll show you how we do it, and then we'll throw it together in editing, and that'll be it. So for the first shot, it's pretty simple. We're just gonna have the bag being placed in a center frame, and since my sister has prettier nails than I do, she's gonna be our hand model today. Action. Okay, so for this shot, I'm gonna be on this ladder trying to get like a bit of an overhead shot. Samantha's gonna pull the straps together and then lift the bag up, and that's gonna reveal us and transition us into the next shot. So for this shot, we're gonna utilize the probe lens. I have some objects set up in the bag so that way the lens has something interesting to look at. And then we're just gonna be going down the middle of the bag so you can see the space of it, and the probe lens is gonna make it look larger than life because it genuinely is a pretty big bag, so I wanna show just...
Stop him!
I literally have my sister and my mom and my 3 dogs in the room with me right now. It's...
He's done.
collectible. Famous, so famous, number one, desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it, and I never feel sorry, yeah, top of the world.
So that's actually it for today's video. If you want to see a further breakdown into how I achieved this look in post-production, then just let me know. This is something different than I've ever done, so it was a learning experience for me. So I think that anyone who's interested can probably gain a lot of insight from watching it. So just let me know. I won't ramble on too long, but let's take a look at our goal chart here. I told you we check in every week. We didn't really move. We gained subscribers, but we didn't gain enough where the line moved up. So, you know, we had a long ways to go, but slow and steady wins the race. Okay? I'm done.